Hello. We've been thinking over the last few weeks about the letters that Paul wrote to the Philippians, and now we're thinking about the letters that he wrote to the people in Thessalonica. He wrote helping people understand more about how to live lives well and to follow God. And he liked writing letters. And I've been writing a letter. This letter's going off to my nephew, who's at university in York. And it tells him that I love him and that I'm thinking of him because he's got a very special birthday coming up. And this week's letter, in the part that we're thinking about in chapter 2, verses 1 to 8, Paul is talking about caring for one another and about being strong with God but gentle with each other, and knowing that God's strength can help us to be gentle. So here is what Paul wrote in his letter. Now I need you to help me because we're going to be strong and we're also going to be gentle. So as you hear the word strong, make the sign for being strong. And as you hear the word gentle, make the sign for being gentle. So here is what Paul wrote in his letter. He said, "When we came to tell you our message, we had to be strong because people didn't like what we had to say. We had to be strong because we had to do the right thing, doing what God wanted us to do. But when we talk to you, we're gentle, like a caring nurse. And that isn't always easy. Sometimes we have to work really hard to show God's love. Sometimes you have to be really strong to be gentle." Paul encouraged the people in the early church to be gentle and to care for one another. I wonder, who do you care about and what do you care about deeply? I wonder, how do you show care to others? Paul talks about being strong to be gentle, and we can be strong with God. Psalm 1 helps us to think about that. Let's hear just a small part of that now. A paraphrase of Psalm 1 by Marie-Hélène Delval. "When I listen to you, God, when I do what you ask me to do, I am like a strong tree planted by a river, a tree full of fruit with leaves that are always green." So thinking about being strong and thinking about being strong with God, let's think about who we can care for. Who perhaps could you tell that you really care for them this week? Perhaps you could pray for someone, or you could do something kind to show how much you're thinking about someone else that you care for. Let's just finish with a prayer together. Dear God of strength, we come to you in our own weakness. Show us how to care deeply for those around us and to love others as you love us. Help us to share our lives, especially with those who need you most. Help us to know when to be strong and when to be gentle. Amen.